What's up, everyone? It's Flex with a Friday night rant because these liberals are just absolutely ridiculous. As always, they are all over social media today, twisting their own arms, trying to pat themselves on the back for accomplishing absolutely nothing. But as always, making grandiose announcements and expecting everyone to fall all over themselves, lauding them for stuff that they haven't done. I've used the analogy before and I'll use it again that it's like somebody that's been an absolute couch potato for 10 years wanting a trophy for announcing that he's going to run a marathon next year. That's the situation we're in. We've got a liberal government that has been in power for 10 years and they've accomplished essentially nothing, but they keep making all these grandiose announcements and expecting it to mean something. And you know what? It doesn't mean anything. We've heard it all before. Okay, wow, they're going to hire 1,000 CBSA officers. Well, why don't you go ahead and do that? Get them all trained, get them hired, get them doing something, and then maybe once you have some data that proves that they've made a difference, a positive impact on our lives, then you can go ahead and announce it. Because right now it's meaningless gibberish. Like, it's not affecting our lives. And they keep saying that, oh, we're making your lives better. No, you haven't done anything. Standing on a podium, making an announcement or making a social media post is not making anybody's lives better. You haven't accomplished anything. And so all the liberals are going on about this. The CBSA officers and Anita Anand is traveling all over the world yet again. God, she loves traveling around and taking selfies almost as much as Justin Trudeau. It's neck and neck. I don't know, but again, she's saying, oh, the world wants what we have and this and that, and we're approving all these deals. Nothing has been accomplished. They have not been able to announce a single concrete deal at all. And now our Minister of Finance is announcing that the new budget is going to crowd in investment. The whole story that I think it was the Globe and Mail had on this, there was nothing. He didn't answer any questions. He didn't explain what he meant. He just said, oh, this budget's great. We're going to crowd in investment. We're going to again, it's meaningless announcements that have no impact on our lives. And it's constant with these people. It's constant with them. And, they're still going on about this pittance of a tax break that they gave us this year, which didn't come into effect until July 1st. For the entire year, it will save people about $537. So about $11 a week. Yay. Like, you're not impacting anybody's life when you're taking 30% of their income in taxes and you're giving them back $537 over 12 months. Like, nobody's going to notice that. Even the most destitute financially are not going to notice $11 a week. I'm sorry, they're not. And so that's a couple of things. Oh, and this woman with the IMF who is now praising Canada for their financial acumen for splitting up operational and capital expenditures. What an absolute joke. Who paid her to say this? I can't even believe that this is being carried as a meaningful story and that people are repeating it. It's propaganda. It's absolute propaganda. I mean, the Canadian financial situation federally is a mess. It's an absolute mess. We're paying $1 billion a week in interest. Think about how much that is. We pay more in interest on an annual basis than the government transfers to the provinces for healthcare. We pay more annually in interest than the government collects in GST. Those are huge numbers. That's $1 billion a week, every single week, $1 billion. And they're trying to convince the world and us that we have more capacity to borrow because they can't manage their budget. They can't control their spending. So they're gaslighting the entire world and us that everything's great and they're geniuses financially and that we have all this room to borrow. And it's It's absolute nonsense. And I don't know what the end result is going to be, but to quote the interim parliamentary budget officer, it's going to be a whole lot of not good. That's it for me on this Friday night. Peace.